Mr. Beast! I swear to God, if I have problems now, I'm gonna fucking lose my minds, dude. After fucking restart of the computer, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed, bro. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for the game to load. That's what I'm gonna do now. We're gonna wait for it to fucking load. Yeah, refresh. Okay, chat's now appearing like it used to normally. If this every time this fucking shit happens, I have to restart my fucking computer, I'm gonna be fucking really annoyed. I'm gonna be extremely fucking annoyed. But yeah, this is gonna have to be quite the fucking splice job. But it's whatever. Ugh. It's just obnoxious. I need to hurry up and get employment so I can buy a second fucking goddamn monitor and then not have to deal with any of this incessant nonsense anymore. So I would just do the double PC setup, and I don't think this would be an issue anymore. Excuse me. Just no, it does not do this. As soon as OBS gets closed, it goes back to normal. It's something with OBS. Because I don't see how OBS can. I actually just upgraded my fucking internet recently to a gigabit. My ISP gave me an offer saying, like, we will reduce your bill by $25 and give you a fucking gigabit. You just have to set up autopay. I'm like, okay. And I get a reduction of $10 for using the autopay and a reduction of $15 to my overall internet plan. Sign me up. Like, okay. Of course, they gave me the offer after my fucking bill came in. Bastards. But hey, next bill, $65 for a gigabit. I still have to test it, though. See if it is actually a gigabit. But it's okay, we have editing magic. It's not the end of the world.
Because it's $10,000 a day. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? Like I was not having a good time. I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess. And you have power over people when one person does.
Genuinely fucking insane that Mr. Beast is just allowed to get away with random shit that you can't do at Guantanamo Bay. Because that's the same shit that they would do at Guantanamo. Yeah. Random, just solitary confinement, light deprivation bullshit. That's torture. That's against the Geneva Convention. And, you know, billionaire, inherent wannabe, I guess. Or not wannabe anymore. He is a fucking billionaire. Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast, just can just do that. God, I really wish I remembered the name of the fucking creator who made those two scathing fucking videos that really did a number on Mr. Beast's sort of credibility, reputation, I think, because they were really, 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 really fucking good videos that had like I also forget the name of this. I'm really bad with names. I've said this before, but I'm so terrible with names. Talking about just the sheer amount of fucking tomfoolery. That's a word to use. Mr. Beast would do in order to make his, like, well, for lack of a better term, all of his fuck ass kind of videos.
Doesn't have resources the other one does, and they hold over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. This is a note I got from the director, from Jimmy, receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans?
He was lauded for his YouTube
Bro. That is abuser shit right there. That is inherently fucking manipulative behavior. Inherently fucking manipulative. Period. End of story. And, oh, like, this is like the same shit that JD Vance did to fucking Vladimir Zelensky, saying, like, are you thankful to the United States of America for giving you a bunch of weapons? You don't have any cards, blah, 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 type bullshit. When that fucking 3IQ troglodyte, JD Vance, fucking pudgy doughboy over there, barely understood any of the dynamics of the conflict of Ukraine, despite the fact that he just came into fucking politics off of that Peter Thiel money fucking support that he had. It's genuinely fucking insane. Like, these people, these fucking super rich parasocial influencer types, your KSI, Logan Pauls, Jake Pauls, these grifters are all manipulative fucking assholes. All of them. Because it's all about one thing and one thing only for these people. Hierarchy and fucking control. And being able to concentrate as much power as they can get their fucking hands on. Fundamentally speaking.
Recreation getting more views than the original source material. In our entertainment landscape that values views and dollars more than anything else,
insane.
There's no other conclusion you can really come to.
And all I thought about was art and music. Now I'm 36, and all I think about is money.
People argued Mr. Beast's video was superior because the original took 12 years for the creator to get into production. Meanwhile, a YouTuber can recreate it in a few months, stealing all the challenges and aesthetics and stripping it of the art and social commentary. He parlayed the success of the Squid Games video into a full-length series of the same nature on Amazon Prime called Beast Games.
1,000 contestants! Are you all ready?
It's hard not.
There is a a Big Joel video talking about the fucking Beast Games and how it was just such an inherent perversion of the original creation, that being, of course, Squid Games. And the only reason, by the way, why he even made Beast Games to begin with is because of the vast success that his demented version had, basically crimping the style of the original fucking source material. Like, it's a complete fucking bastardization. It is basically what I'm saying. The point of shit like, I don't know, the Beast Games and all of this shit is to take beloved fucking properties and just twist them into this, I don't know, this this amalgamation. I don't even know if that's like the correct term to really be using here. This like twisted, perverted, adverse version of itself, just for the express purpose of making fucking dollar bills, y'all. Because that's all that Mr. Beast fundamentally fucking cares about at the end. That fucking money, maintenance of fucking hierarchy and control. Never fucking forget that.
Not to put yourself in the shoes of the contestants knowing what's at stake. There's a bizarre detachment to what the reality of money is for normal people. The show has a sanitized triviality regarding the stakes of what's happening. Someone will be seconds away from winning hundreds of thousands of dollars and fail to meet some arbitrary criteria, shattering their dreams. They could have been on the precipice of leaving a housing situation plagued with domestic violence, finally being able to leave the job they hate and starting their own business, or a parent being able to spend time with their children for once. Then Mr. Beast pulls a lever and says, "Bummer."
Yeah, fuck you.
before a single mother's dropped through a trap door while he makes soy face into the camera. There were 2,000 contestants, so there wasn't a deep dive into anybody's individual story. You could just see glimpses of their life in between challenges. When deciding on picking team captains for somebody that would be bribed in exchange for eliminating their team members, somebody was trying to prove their integrity by saying, I'm an Army veteran, I'm living out of my car. There was a murmur in the group. Did he just say he was homeless? I don't want to trust a hobo. A woman tries to stake out for him. He's not homeless, he lives in his car by choice. I think Mr. Beast should be in charge of military.
No one wants to live in their car by choice. Nobody fucking lives in their car by choice. What the fuck is wrong with her? Hello? What? Oh my god. That's fucking insane, man. Oh yeah, dude. That fucking hopeless veteran guy who probably fought and got like PTSD in a war that he had absolutely nothing to do with it, all for the express purpose of, I don't know, giving a couple more bucks to the military fucking industrial complex. Oh yeah, dude. He decided to live in his car by fucking choice, even though he was like guaranteed some form or fashion of God, it's just shocking what she fucking said. Like some sort of like promise that he would be able to be okay and be able to live on his own 2 feet after doing fucking military service. Because I've talked about this before, but military service is now being used as like a substitute for fucking poverty in the United States of America. It's gone that fucking bad because we all know about the concept of the fucking poverty draft and how that's a very, very prominent thing that now happens within, well, the United States of America. The largest, most powerful country in the world with the best economy in the world. If you're impoverished, you gotta go to the military, guys, and potentially shoot some fucking brown kids. Very, very cool.
Military recruiting. Enlistment is down with Gen Z. Less people are willing to join the meat grinder just for a Dodge Hellcat. But what if the signing bonus was a Dodge Hellcat or a mystery box? We're already at the point where sitting in air-conditioned offices, flying explosive drones into people's homes with joysticks. For every day your platoon is able to occupy Aleppo, your child will receive an extra $1,000 towards their college fund. I was joking about this, and then I saw the Pentagon was actually in communications to collaborate with Mr. Beast on a project. Apparently...
What the fuck? Oh my fuck, dude! It's literally it's cackatocracy shit, bro. Like what do you say to this besides a failed fucking state? I am in shock, dude.
It fell through, but there was a cute little cameo from the Navy SEALs in Episode 5 of Beast Games, so we can only speculate on what level of involvement the Department of Defense will have on future content. I don't hate Mr. Beast. He does give more to charity than 99% of us ever will, and at the end of the day is just a guy that makes YouTube videos. He just gives me this queasy feeling that we're living in a dystopia, that if you lose your leg, your best bet is accidentally running into a YouTuber that thinks it will go viral if they give you a prosthetic leg. He thinks as much himself. Hating Mr. Beast would be like hating a hurricane. He was inevitable. The social media algorithms and distribution of new media were the low-pressure zone required for him to form. If you told a supercomputer to be the most popular YouTuber of all time, they would be doing the same exact thing as Mr. Beast. He's reverse engineered YouTube's code.
That's such a great fucking point. Yeah, like that Jeopardy fucking supercomputer that answered all those fucking goddamn questions. Oh, I 1000% agree with this fucking point. It would become another fucking Mr. Beast, where it would just instantaneously figure out all the fucking algorithms, what is the most effective in terms of producing the best fucking possible content. It would churn out more Mr. Beasts, dude. Man, we are so fucked. Capitalist fucking realism, baby. It's fucking here, dude.
To give us exactly what engineers in Silicon Valley think will keep us watching. When decisions are made solely on market research, algorithm optimization, and return on investment, the content becomes a procedural checking of boxes better suited for an AI than an artist. If Amazon or Netflix create an artificial intelligence to dictate programming, what will be lost from our culture? At this point, would we even notice? How did we get here? The year is 1990. Looming threat of nuclear war with Russia, mullets and baggy pants. Joe Biden is running for re-election and Mike Tyson lost his first fight. The Simpsons premiered on Fox. The year is 2024. Mullets and baggy pants. Looming threat of nuclear war with Russia. Mike Tyson lost his last fight and Joe Biden lost his last re-election. The Simpsons finished its 34th season. 34 years of cultural stagnation.
Yep.
The grips of nostalgia have destroyed the infrastructure of our institutions, and the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight was the final nail in the coffin of meritocracy. Their fight was a metaphor for the entertainment landscape at large. Mike Tyson representing Hollywood, the behemoth and cultural icon of the past, well past his prime, and being paraded out regardless of his ability, based on his reputation that he can sell tickets.
I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
Dude, it's the same shit with all this fucking nostalgia cuck bullshit, right? Like, one for fucking one. Nostalgia baiting and all this, like, all these, like, companies and corporations that, try to advertise nostalgia as this, like, fucking great return to, like, an old time that was, like, well known, that everyone really, really enjoyed in the pretty distant sort of past. Like, one for fucking one. It's all fucking, like, death of art, death of subjectivity, sort of, like, spiel here in particular. Like, it's pretty bleak, man. Like, I don't look like what else I'm really, like, supposed to say about any of this besides it's fucking bleak, bro. The fact that this is, like, the sort of, like, stagnation point that we're starting to sort of, like, I don't know, be under right now with all of this, like, cultural malaise that we sort of have right now. I don't know, man. I just find this to all just be particularly fucking depressing. And it's just like, oh yeah, bro, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul just fucking fought. Oh, bros, isn't that, like, super heckin' cool and epic? It's like, yeah, man. I'm sure am happy that Jake Paul and Mike fucking Tyson are scrapping it out in the ring. A dude who should not be in the ring at all whatsoever is they're fighting a fucking Vine star. I'm so happy that this is the current position in life that we find ourselves under. I'm just so glad right now.
I mean, I'm just passing through. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be over. Who the fuck cares? Yo, man, people think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. You're dead. It does absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before. So thank you so much for giving me that kind of idea as well.
Love you, sir.
Jake Paul, the influencer, the self-made man that circumvented the traditional path to success.
It's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. 5 million on YouTube in 6 months. Never done before. Past all the competition, man. PewDiePie is next. Man, I'm popping all these chicks. Got a brand new Rolex.
Nobody told him he was the world's greatest boxer. He said it for us. A master in marketing and navigating the algorithm to get his face on the screen, fueled equal parts by love and hate, leaning into his role as the heel with people tuning in and buying pay-per-views just to see him get knocked out. But that doesn't matter.
True.
You don't have to be liked or respected to make it rich in America. You just have to be seen. William Deresiewicz explains in his Atlantic article, The Death of the Artist and the Birth of the Creative Entrepreneur.
Dude, it's not only, like, yeah, death of the artist and the creative entrepreneur, but it's attention economy fucking bullshit, right? And, like, this is the broader sort of byproduct of, I think, Gamergate, right? Hyper commodification of fucking media and shit like that. You know, capitalist realism, Mark Fisher, blah blah. I'm mentioning that man again because he was extremely correct and right about basically everything in terms of the sort of hyper commodified environment that we find ourselves under. This is purely what it is. It's just a bunch of, like, charlatans and freaks and weirdos who just want to make as much fucking money as possible for what exactly? Advertiser dollars, and trying to, like, market themselves as, like, I don't know, the new Van Gogh, new greatest sensation since, I don't know, the fucking Leonardo da Vinci or some shit. Like, that's what it is with these people. It's artificial, it's fake, it's bullshit, it's nonsense. It's just, I mean, we all saw this coming. This was the inevitable sort of byproduct. I think, like, end state of Gamergate. I really do think that this is a byproduct of fucking Gamergate, and that we were sort of, like, inevitably going to face the sort of, like, rise of the influencer, sort of, like, attention driven economy, where everything is just, like, commodified to fucking shit and nothing really matters or means anything anymore. And I mean, we've talked about this before, but it's, like, broadly speaking due to the fact that no one can fucking afford anything, dog. So why fucking bother feeling like you can afford something or become something in this like wretched, miserable world that we find ourselves under, when, and you know, you have a better chance of like getting your face out there and becoming a fucking influencer. Someone said this before, I don't remember who, but I agreed with this position. People don't want to become like doctors or lawyers or shit like that anymore. Nah. Nobody wants to do that shit anymore. That's like fucking cuck shit. People want to be influencers now. And I'm just like, oh boy. That should be incredibly fucking alarming to everybody. Like, an influencer is an incredibly niche sort of position that nobody should strive to have to become. You should not want to become an influencer. This is something that you have to like either put in a lot of fucking work into, or you just luck into it unironically. Like, this is not an aspirational sort of position. You should not want to become one of these individuals, and I'm being dead serious. I'm saying this while making fucking YouTube videos and shit on the fucking internet, because fuck it, unfortunately now I have to give my hand at this, because like, let's be honest here, it's just dog shit. The economy that we currently find ourselves under. Yeah, it's a good point, Boy Meets Mini. Well, and the fact that creators get away with heinous shit creates the permission structure. Exactly. Doctors and engineers can't do that, and they are paid less because there's rules and regulations for this kind of stuff. Doctors and engineers have to abide by certain fucking rules that exist, because guess what? If engineers and doctors do not abide by those rules, by those fucking regulations, people will die. And I think really the only way that this is going to see any even marginal fucking improvement is it's going to get to the point where somebody's going to have to die for this like sort of like rampant influencer economy to get fucking reined in. Like, unironically, dude, like, somebody is going to have to lose their fucking life before this shit essentially gets fucking dealt with. And I'm being so, like, you may think that I'm being rather somber. It's like, well, Daho, that seems rather fucking ridiculous and overly apparent. Like, people die before this even thinks about getting regulated. Oh, yeah, that's a great point, Boy Meets Mini. I completely forgot about fucking Kick. Yeah, this literally has already happened on Kick. And the French, with the, that one French content creator, I forget his fucking name. I made a video about this. I might stick that in the description below for additional fucking context. But yeah, a French creator were they doing like a subathon or something? Whatever. And the dude was getting, basically his shtick was just like getting harassed by a bunch of his like fucking friends on the internet. And by the way, this was also an activity that the fucking CEO, and I mean one like the CEO of fucking Kick, was also participating in this shit, like of the harassment of this one fucking dude. It's insane. It's all fucking rotted all around, but you know, since there's a fucking buck that can be made, fuck it. No holds barred. It doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? There's money to be fucking made right now. So, fuck it. Who gives a shit about if people might actually face some form of real world fucking consequences for any of that? Doesn't matter. Everything's commodified to shit. And who cares?
No more gatekeepers, goes the slogan of the Internet Apostles. Everyone's opinion as expressed in Amazon reviews and such like carries equal weight. The democratization of taste. Judgment rested with the patron in the age of the artisan. In the age of the genius, it largely rested with the artists themselves. In the age of the professional, it rested with the critic. But now we've come to the age of the customer, who perforce is always right. Or as a certain legendary entertainer is supposed to have put it, there's a sucker born every minute. Another word for gatekeepers is experts. Lord knows they have their problems, beginning with arrogance. But there's one thing you can say for them. They're not so quite easily fooled. The breakdown in trust of the institutions after repeated failure has opened up avenues for con men to come in and fill in the gaps. Are they up for the task?
That is such a good fucking point. This really is the fucking byproducts of fucking 2008 recession. And all the other things that I've brought up earlier as well, the broader sort of like hyper commodified nature of the economy and everything that we currently are facing in right now. Like, everything has, for lack of a better term, essentially just gone to complete fucking shit. Nothing fucking matters because no one can participate in what is the real economy, because there is no more real economy. What economy is there for people to participate in? It's non-existent. So fuck it. Who gives a shit? Just I don't know, run rampant, go wild, and just do random fuck shit for the sake of it. Meh, who cares, right? Doesn't matter. Nothing fucking matters. Everything is a facsimile of what once used to be. So, who cares, right? Doesn't matter. Just do random shit, and if you somehow get viral and are able to build a fucking career from it now, good for you. You managed to fucking luck out in the fucking all-seeing algorithm.
At the highest level of performance, you need a deeper understanding of the craft to appreciate the nuance that separates somebody from the top 10% and the top 0.1%. The best boxer in the world isn't focused on marketing, he's focused on boxing. There needs to be an infrastructure of support around them to package what it is they excel at to an audience. There's currently a legitimate heavyweight champion of the world, and nobody knows his name compared to Jake Paul. Somebody that's passably competent with an eye for promotion ends up overshadowing once-in-a-generation talents. Comedy clubs experience a similar problem with social media personalities touring the circuit despite never having done stand-up. Even the most respected comedy clubs are still a business and can't say no to a guaranteed sellout. Roughly 8 weekends out of their 52-week calendar will be booked by people with little to no live performance background. One time I opened for Ed Bassmaster, whose claim to fame was walking up to people on the street and asking them a question and then going...
The original fucking heinous streamers. The fucking dumbass fucking street interviewers, like the Vine street interviewers. God, I fucking hate these people, dude. I really despise these motherfuckers.
That's about it. I was hosting the show. I was booked to warm up the crowd, and then he was going to do costume changes, and while he's off stage getting dressed, I would go on stage and fill more time. I met him in the waiting room, and I was like, hey, my name's Jarrett. How long do you want me to do in between costume changes? He's like 2 to 3 minutes top. And make sure to get my character names correct. Don't mess it up. It's Gerard Douche, Mumbles, Skippy, and Chip Diamond. Make sure you nail those. And I'm like, yeah, all right, dude. So I go on stage, I do my host set, and then I introduce the first character, Mumbles, which is just a ripoff of Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. He says hi, and then the crowd goes nuts, but Bubbles. He didn't have any material planned, so in character, he just starts talking about his real-life accomplishments. He's like, man, I'm so happy to be here. We got big things in the works. I just sold a project to Netflix. We're going to be on Netflix, guys. And they're just going nuts. He's only up there for like 2 minutes, then he's like, okay, bring the host back up on stage. I go on stage and do my 3 minutes, and then I see from the sound booth they're telling me to stretch because he's not ready yet. So I just keep going, and I do 10 minutes. He comes back on stage for his next character, which is just a ripoff of Andrew Dice Clay. He's flicking his cigarette in the crowd. He still doesn't have any material. He's like, yo, we just sold a project to Netflix. So he just did the same thing again, but as a different character, because he didn't write any jokes. He maybe had like 30 seconds of material, and then he...
Dude, death of fucking art. We've talked about, like, the death of art before as well. Like... Bro didn't have any fucking material this whole time. This is genuinely fucking incredible. I mean, death of fucking art, bro. Like, and it plays directly into the death of fucking subjectivity, right? Like, you need to be able to fit into another person's shoes in order to be able to make effective fucking art. Like, you can't just, like, go up and just be an effective comedian or an effective sort of, I don't know, artur, or effective, like, sort of individual in terms of, I don't know, comedy or whatever. Like, there's talent that has to be done there. It's an art form. It's a fucking medium. Messages get fucking expressed by these people. It's not just like you go up there, you do like a little gesture dance, and like you make people laugh or whatever. Like, it's nonsensical, but everything in terms of commodified media has made it such that art as a medium and everything just has to rely on the fucking profit motive and has to be in line with the fucking profit motive to such a fucking degree that if it's just not, well, if it doesn't make the turn of fucking big amount of fucking money, well, it's basically a dead project and it's fucking dog shit. It's just like, it's not sustainable, man. It's just not sustainable. You can't fucking maintain this sort of position for forever. Something's going to give eventually, and I really do think that something will give. Question is what? The art or the current economic system? My money's on the fucking economic system.
He's like, hey, we got big things in the works. Oh, I'm a celebrity. Boom. I go back on stage, do another 3 minutes. He's not ready again. I do another 10 minutes. Then I
Jesus
bring him back
Christ,
on stage
bro.
for a third time. I'm like, okay, this must be the big one. I go to the bathroom, I come back into the showroom, and the crowd is dead silent. He's like, he has this look of terror in his eyes. He's just like panicking and like scanning the crowd. He's like, where is he? Host, get back on stage. I didn't remember the names Mumbles and Gerard Douche, and he didn't bother to remember my one Christian name. The show was about 45 minutes long, and he was paid $8,000. I did 37 of those minutes for him, and I think I got paid like $50. And I was
Oh my god. What the fuck, man? Ugh. Yeah, honestly, that's a fucking lawsuit right there, bro. Yeah, you should sue the fuck out of that dumbass, dude. Incredible, man.
still young at the time. I didn't think I was the one that deserved to be headlining. But it's taking away potential stage time from people further along in their careers that are trying to get better at this and trying to get to the point where they could sell out their own crowds. Somebody that the local hosts and features in our scene would be able to learn from by working with them for the weekend and building connections. Robert De Niro's first big break was playing a younger version of Marlon Brando in The Godfather 2. An elder statesman of Hollywood passed the torch for the next generation star to be born. When it came time for him to play the old mob boss at the end of his career in The Irishman, instead of casting a new face to carry on the mantle of the American crime movie, they used CGI to de-age a 78-year-old Robert De Niro to look 62 and play a 30-year-old version of himself. His wrinkles were smoothed over, but his arthritic skeleton lurked beneath the surface of CGI and special effects. He moved with the grace of Joe Biden climbing the stairs to Air Force One. They cast somebody who could convincingly open a jar of pickles, throwing thugs through windows and stomping out rival gang members before hobbling away like your grandpa looking for his chair in the shower. Steven Seagal is playing Special Forces operators, reporting to his 89-year-old commanding officer.
Crappy old man in his army uniform, and he's like, well, I don't know if we can get up that mountain by sunrise.
We're so preoccupied with
Is that
name
a
recognition, we
Comtown
haven't been
bit?
able to gracefully transition to the
That's
next
funny.
class. We have a generation of super seniors still hanging out at the local high school, making teenage girls uncomfortable.
Dude, my ageism is about to come out because this is such a fucking good point. All these like geriatric fucking pieces of shit who refuse, fundamentally speaking, to pass the torch to another fucking generation. These motherfucking old people who just fundamentally refuse, and I mean just fundamentally fucking refuse to pass the torch to a new fucking generation, man. Such a good fucking point. These people are, like, unironically, I really do fucking believe this, but I think, like, the elderly is going to be the death of our fucking society because they're too old and they don't want to ever fucking let go. They want to keep reliving their old lives and just not allow anything new to fucking sprout in. And I think this is, like, a sort of broader byproduct. Yeah, and they also do not respect anyone younger than them, even though they are generally better than them in like every aspect, but you know, whatever. These people, I mean, if you can call them people, I have literally zero respect for the elderly. I fucking hate them. If like they are generally individuals who just are incredibly fucking entitled, very fucking snooty, very, very fucking full of themselves, and generally speaking, have no fucking respect for anyone around them or for anyone in their fucking immediate vicinities. They don't give a shit. They know that they got theirs as a byproduct of the successes of the New Deal, and so it's time for the fucking youngins to get out there and somehow make a name for themselves, despite the fact that no one is able to fucking pay for much of anything. No one can pay for anything. Everything is fucking dead. And no one is able to participate in the actual fucking real economy anymore. Because the real economy has been fucking hollowed out and destroyed, and guess who allowed that shit to fucking happen? Oh, it's all these old geriatric fucking dipshits.
And offering them quaaludes. The spots for writers and actors in general became much more limited following the boom of reality television after the 2007 writers' strike. The studios had an adversarial relationship with creatives and told them, we can do this for the most part without you.
Insane.
You're gonna kick some white kids, put your phone away.
Modified media, people.
Put it away.
Modified media, baby.
We're gonna have to speed up a little. zoom it, dude.
Sure, you're a Shakespearean-trained actor, but will anybody watch your stupid play if Snooki is getting punched in the face outside? The scripted projects that were greenlit were mostly star vehicles and existing IPs, and the audiences didn't seem to mind. Audiences are still paying to see Frankie Valli wheeled out like he's in Weekend at Bernie's, blinking "Help Me" in Morse code, instead of trying to support new bands at local shows. It's a short-sighted model that's beginning to implode on itself. If we don't start investing in talent while they're young...
Dude, it's nostalgia cuck bullshit. This is like fascism fucking 101 shit right here, dude. This is the byproducts of fucking nostalgia cuckoldry. Like 1000 fucking percent. It's all nostalgia fucking bullshit. And that's what it is. Like, all these like stupid old dipshits want to harken back to some younger time that they used to have, where they're just like, let's be honest here. They want to harken back to some fucking time that they used to have when they were significantly fucking younger, and they were just like, oh, back in my day, everything used to be wibbly boobly bobbly, and now it's spoobity spoobity boobity, and I don't like the fact that it's spoobity boobity shboobity. So I don't like that at all, and I hate the fact that it's spibbity boobity right now. Fuck the spibbity boobities. We need to do everything possible to destroy the spibbity boobity. And it's just like, it's like you people are aware that you are directly causing the death, and I mean the death, of any potential like creative outlet, any expression to be potentially made to benefit like a new younger generation that is trying to keep things fucking fresh, for the express purpose of your own sort of like snooty fart sniffing fucking spibbity boobities, where you want to harken back to some ye olden time that you used to have before. You're just like co-signing all of us to a slow degrading fucking death. They are perfectly aware of this and don't give a shit about it.
Once the older generation passes away, they won't have the experience needed to develop into what the icons of the past used to be. The director of The Godfather, Francis Ford Coppola, tried to tackle the issue of studios not taking chances and stifling artists' creative vision by starting his own. In 1969, he founded Zoetrope Studios, a studio by artists, for artists.
Francis said, I've had it with the big Hollywood movies, I've had it with Hollywood, I don't want to do this, I want to do something more interesting.
Coppola shared his vision for the new company with Lucas.
I came back with great enthusiasm, and I told young George Lucas about this vision of like having a place out in the country, and we'll just make the bedrooms editing rooms, and we'll discuss the script in the garden, and we'll have lunch together, and there'll be all these young people working together. We'll be independent.
He had clear paths for development, with in-house school and internships, profit sharing for employees, and mentorship programs, where the old guard of every position would take people under their wings and develop their talent for their future careers.
That's good.
Maybe you could light the candle to show that, that new hope is springing.
This is good.
Their strategy was to parlay the success of each film and roll over any money they made into developing their next project. In 1982, investors lost faith and started to pull their funding. Coppola took out millions in personal loans and put up his house for collateral to make the film one from the heart. The film generated $600,000 against a $26 million budget. The studio went belly up and Coppola had to file for bankruptcy. He was forced to go back to the studio system,
Capitalist realism, baby. Commodification of all aspects of life is going to destroy every aspect of life.
Safe films to recoup his losses. After several successful business ventures and recouping his fortune, he was set on making his 40-year passion project, Megalopolis. Spoiler alert, massive piece of dog shit.
And you think 1 year of medical school entitles you to plow through the riches of my Emersonian mind?
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes. So go back to the club.
The movie was based on Elon Musk's favorite book, Bad Sign, 12 Against the Gods. It's set in an alternate version of New York City, mixed with the Roman Empire, and tells the story of Caesar, a billionaire creative genius that discovers a new molecule that kind of looks like an Art Deco building and vaguely does something cool. His vision is to rebuild the entire city out of this material, and the mayor Cicero says, I don't know, that kind of seems like a waste of money. We have, thousands of people starving in the streets. We could use that money for healthcare. This is the villain of the film. The entire thing is just such a Hollywood elite power fantasy. At one point, the main character is arrested for
unlawful intercourse with a minor, statutory rape, and more. What are you talking about?
And then he has a team of Charlie's Angel-style supermodels break into the records department and prove that she was lying and was actually a 23-year-old, thus exonerating him of the sex crime. Caesar goes into debt mirroring.
Man, this movie does sound like... Yeah, that actually does sound like a fucking Elon Musk power fantasy, man. That fucking movie does sound like complete dog shit. Jesus Christ, bro.
Coppola's until an asteroid destroys the city and he gets to rebuild with his fancy Art Deco molecule. None of the material conditions of the starving masses are addressed, but he gets to rebuild the city with copper moving sidewalks like an airport terminal. This is the happy ending. Megalopolis lost $110 million of the director's own money, and there's something kind of beautiful about that. I'm thrilled to accept the Razzie in so many important categories for Megalopolis, and for the distinctive honor of being nominated as the worst director, worst screenplay, and worst picture, at a time when so few have the courage to go against the prevailing trends of contemporary movie making. In this wreck of a world today, where art is given scores as if it were professional wrestling, I choose not to follow the gutless rules laid down by an industry so terrified of risks that despite the enormous pool of young talent at its disposal, may not create pictures that will be relevant and alive 50 years from now. What an honor to stand alongside great and courageous filmmakers like Darktide, who impoverished himself completely to make one of cinema's most beloved failures, Playtime. My sincere thanks to all my brilliant colleagues who joined me.
I do have to say, I mean, like, it's not an inaccurate thing to say that he can make like a good fucking failure, but it has to be like good. Like, people like good bad movies, right? Because they are just so fucking dog shit. It's like, wow, this movie is complete fucking ass, but it's like it's funny because of how ass it is. So it ends up like looping back around to being good as like a result, and it's just like, it's like, yeah, that's like fine, and it can work, and people can like that shit, but it's just like, you know, it's still like a bad movie, and no one's gonna critically fucking acclaim it and say that's a good thing. Blade Runner 2049 wasn't that successful, but an incredible film that will stand the test of time. Oh, 1000% Boy Meets Minnie. Everyone still uses the giant hologram girl meme where she's like pointing to Ryan Gosling and he's just like looking up at her like incredibly fucking depressed. And that's like most cult classic movies. Like, they perform like absolute dog shit at the box office. They're terrible. But you look back at them and like as like contemporary pieces and see the things that they talk about, like, it comes back up. This is something like Birdman talks about pretty often when doing like movie critiques and stuff as well. Like, I forget the name of the movie, but there was one movie that he was a big fan of, and thought it was like, yeah, this is a really good film, and I told you guys to like go take a look at this film. It's a great film. It's not the same old Hollywood culture slop that people are consistently watching, but nobody fucking watches it despite the fact that it's a really good fucking film. I'm really bad with names, so I'm blanking on the name of the movie, but it seemed like a good fucking movie, right? Like, good movie, like theming all this different bullshit about it is like, it's like, yeah, this, everything about this has the formula of being really good, but nobody watches it because there's no like huge box office studios pushing that sort of film and talking about it and advertising it. So it ended up just being kind of underwhelming in terms of like box offices, and that's the just broader sort of byproduct of commodified media, of just hyper commodification, everything being commodified. It ruins art. And that's what it is. I mean, it's the same shit that fucking Jacob Geller also talked about. How, like, commodification of media and everything has essentially it made it such that, well, art is dead and a bunch of other things are also fucking dead as a broader byproduct of the fact that nothing really matters and everything just has to be made for fucking profit. And that's the issue here. The fact that everything, and I mean everything on the planet, has to be made in mind now to just make money first and foremost is I was going to say like a perfect reasoning for as to why the only things that sell nowadays is all like nostalgia cuck fucking bullshit and all this like stupid nihilistic sort of bullshit that we currently see right now. Like, because art is fucking dead because everything is fucking commodified right now, and it's purely the fucking profit motive that is contributing to this main fucking issue here. Capitalist fucking realism, baby. The capitalist exists for one purpose and one purpose only: commodifying everything fucking possible in your fucking life. Hyper commodification, baby.
Make our work of art megalopolis, and let us remind ourselves that box office is only about money, and like war, stupidity, and politics, has no true place in our future. He made exactly what he wanted to make and paid no mind to studio executives or what he thought would be profitable. He says, screw my kid's inheritance. Sophia's got that lost in translation money. She'll figure it out. He blew his life savings so we could see Aubrey Plaza's titties one last time before he died. He did that for us. Reusing the same roster of creatives can save money for a project's advertisement budget. It's much more difficult for people to go see a stage play set in the 1800s about a group of strangers waiting out a blizzard than it is for them to go see the newest Tarantino movie. You don't have to build up hype from the ground floor. You already have the goodwill from the success of the last project. But sometimes that goodwill can run dry and people become a brand risk. Ezra Miller was cast as the Flash and set to be the new face of the DC cinematic universe, and then proceeded to terrorize the population of Hawaii for the next 2 years. They were charged with allegedly choking a woman, assaulting 2 people at a karaoke bar, kicking in a...
Oh yeah, didn't Ezra Miller do like a lot of sexual abuse shit or something. And obviously, because I think Ezra Miller is also non-binary, so a lot of dumb fucking conservatives blamed it on the fact that they were non-binary for as to why that Ezra Miller was like a sexual abuser. No, I think that's just like a power-hungry Hollywood actor sort of vibes there that's contributing to that.
Couple's door and threatening to kill them, stealing somebody's passport, hitting a woman over the head with a chair, burglarizing a home, and has been accused on 2 separate instances of grooming 12-year-olds to join their sex cult. They became an Avengers-level threat that ascended to the level of cryptid. Chupacabra, Wendigo, Ezra. Parents in Oahu warned their children not to stay out after dark, otherwise the Flash would get them. Similarly, Marvel abandoned the storyline of Kang after the actor Jonathan Majors pulled a Homer Simpson on his wife, allegedly. Human beings are a liability. We used to go see the newest Scorsese or Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Nowadays, the star isn't necessarily the creator or the leading man of the film, but the character themselves. Fictional characters are infallible. Batman can never Me Too somebody.
Robin, if you want to go on the next mission, first you have to do something for me.
Like what, Batman?
I've just been really stressed out lately and need something to decompress.
Well, golly, how can I help?
Do you remember rule number 1 of being a hero?
Never reveal your secret identity.
More broadly.
The importance of keeping a secret?
Precisely. Robin, grab the bat lube.
After Iranian General Soleimani was killed in a U.S. airstrike in 2019, a prominent cleric was asked, who can we take out as revenge against America for what they've done to us? He responded,
Think about who are we supposed to take out, Spider-Man and SpongeBob? They don't have any heroes. We have a country in front of us with a large population and a large landmass, but it doesn't have any heroes.
Dude, like, unironically, in response to Qasem Soleimani, by the way, the fact that Trump just bombed Qasem Soleimani for, like, basically no reason, except for just... I don't even know, like, for the express purpose of just flexing the fact that he could do it. Like, unironically, just, like, flexing the fact that he could just fucking do it. When Qasem Soleimani was, like, the main guy, and I mean the main guy, who was basically causing so many fucking problems with ISIS. And generally speaking, everyone liked what Qasem Soleimani was doing in terms of work against ISIS, who are generally speaking bad and nobody fucking likes them. What does the Trump administration decide to do? We're just gonna assassinate him because he's a terrorist, folks. Definitely a terrorist. It's just like, what are you doing, man? Like, everyone liked what he was doing in terms of work against the actual terrorists. So it's like, are you guys the actual real terrorists or something? What the fuck is going on here? And it's just like, okay, bro, that's cool. That's great. Fantastic. Very, very good work there, Trump.
All of the heroes are cartoon characters. They're all fictional.
People are reaching a fatigue with existing IPs. Interests are waning in superheroes and Fast and Furious movies. The cow is milked dry. The udders are chafing. We have to keep trying for new ideas and characters that will define the cultural zeitgeist for our next generation. The places I'm still seeing produce interesting art are getting away with it by diversifying their artistic investment portfolio. Instead of dropping $300 million on It's Morbid, what if you spent $15 million making 20 original movies and just going all out? Some of them will suck, some of them will be great, but we have to try. It's a gamble, but when you're in the business of distributing art to society, it's worth the risk. If all you care about is money, get into arbitrage or health insurance.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the fucking issue though, right? Because since everything is so ridiculously fucking commodified in the ways that it is, it makes it difficult for people to want to pursue that. Like, because I totally agree with the fucking sentiment. It's like, yeah, absolutely. People should just be able to pursue, like, what artistic mediums and ventures that they want. Damn the fucking consequences, absolutely. But money talks. And boy, does it fucking talk. And it talks really fucking loud. Considering the absolute commodified shithole that we currently find ourselves under.
The mainstream entertainment system can get away with not taking risks by reusing their tried and true roster of proven talent, rebooting a franchise or making another sequel, or taking whatever's currently popular on the internet and consider that passing the first round of focus group testing. That's how we end up with the Rizzler on Jimmy Fallon. NBC said if this is what America wants, we'll give it to them. Bring him out on primetime for the masses. Jimmy Fallon is a transitionary figure in the media landscape who grew up in a different age of entertainment. He came up watching Bob Hope and Johnny Carson and is trying to carry on the format of their shows for a new audience and culture. The nature of fame and what a celebrity is
It's happened so much with Fallout. Like, how many Brotherhood DLCs and quests do we need, Todd? There's so many cool factions and lore, storylines and lore. Same thing in, like, in Magic the Gathering, right? How many, there are 7 fucking standard sets that are happening right now. People are already experiencing product fatigue. There are how many universes beyond fucking sets that are happening more and more and more. And it's all, like, nostalgia, cuckoldry fucking bullshit. And it's all just because of hyper commodification. Again, capitalist fucking realism rearing its a fucking ugly head. Yeah, like it's so fucking tiring to keep up with Boy Meets Mini.
Has changed since the 70s.
You think he would be famous for being the last guy to be on the moon? His name was Harrison Schmitt. He's not famous, but a girl with a giant ass is famous. Now, when I was young, a man who went to the moon was famous. And a lady with a giant ass, you'd go, can you stand over there? Because this is...
Where they previously interviewed child prodigies like Michael Jackson, now they're interviewing a child... something. Prodigy's not the right word. Comedian's not the right word. Brand?
It's a meme. Honestly, the best word to describe the Rizzler is just a meme. Yeah, it's just a meme. He's just like... I wanted to say, like, he's like an enigma. I don't even think that's correct. I don't know, man. He's just like a kid. Listen, he went on Fortnite Fridays with Connor Eats Pants and said that housing should be decommodified. So, listen, he's... the Rizzler's got my stamp of approval, okay? Thank you, Rizzler. Very cool.
He's not sure what to do with him. Is he to be treated like an artist and we dive into his creative process? What is there to say?
What's the story behind the...
So basically, one day I came home from school and I was like, Dad, I want to make a video. And I was like, this is how to do the Ridge face, and then I just didn't.
Late night has always been a secondary form of entertainment.
Listen, I can't fault the Rizzler for that, dude. It's just like, Dad, I want to... Yeah, W Kid, yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah. Sometimes it's just that simple. It catches on and you become fucking famous. But, I mean, it's like... I think this is like a broader sort of commentary that you can have in the sort of in-shitification and hyper-commodification. I keep saying the exact same fucking thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, but honestly, it still stands. Because this is the main reasoning for as to why we're here. In-shitification of the internet, everything is AI, everything is just algorithm fucking bullshit. It's all just a fucking gachapon machine that you keep pulling the fucking lever for over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Everything is gambling. Nothing is fucking real. Nothing means anything. Anything means nothing. And it's all just a bunch of fucking bullshit for a bunch of random numbers to go like on a random fucking computer algorithm out in fucking in New York at the stock exchange. That's the current economy that we're under right now.
Whether it be musicians or filmmakers, they would go on to promote their upcoming projects to a new audience, give a behind-the-scenes look to existing fans, or offer creative insights and inspiration to the people wanting to follow in their footsteps. As a talk show host, Fallon has spent 20 years humanizing titans of the industry and showing that despite their talent and influence, they're still just like us. What do we do when we already know that they're just like us? Neither the host nor the audience can pinpoint his exact talent, just that he has a gravitational pull of power. You can see the fear of the unknown in Jimmy's eyes as he offers him treats to get in his good graces. The segment was more akin to when a wildlife expert would showcase exotic and deadly animals to the host. The Rizzler, lying in wait like the Black Mamba, ready to strike at the throat of late-night television. If entertainment gets to the point of superficiality, where it doesn't inspire any discussion or thoughts, there's no need for interviews or a variety show. We won't need to discuss the meaning or interpretations of art. The only meaning to the Costco guys is that there is no meaning.
Oh, man. Yeah, everything, no meaning, everything is dead. It doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? And this is the exact same thing I've even said for, like, political fucking commentary as well. For, like, conservatives specifically, right? Like, why are there so many fucking grifters around nowadays? Everyone seemingly is, like, a grifter for some fucking reason. Because art is dead, nothing means anything, and you can just say... And like, there's going to be a bunch of dipshits on the internet who's going to be like, you know, I think that intelligible nonsense is a really good commentary on why black people should be enslaved again or something. And that's like the interpretation that can happen. And you're like talking with like a bunch of bots run by a different AI algorithm, run by a fucking server farm that's computing and doing like crypto calculations, consistently blockchain calculations rather. And all of these things are just like mashing together and just amalgamating into like some form of like social interaction. Here's a great fucking example. When there's right-wing infighting, and that happens very often, you're gonna have like the bots on the two sides of the argument fight with one another, and it is one of the most wackiest fucking things to ever think about. It's just a broader commentary of just how fake everything is. Nothing's real. Nothing matters. Who cares? Just like say random fucking bullshit, hope it fucking catches, and you're off to the fucking races. Like, I've said this before, but meritocracy is a thing that's died very, very fucking long ago. And I'm gonna bring him up again, over and over again. Mark Fisher, capitalist realism, hyper-commodification of every aspect of people's lives is what ended up fucking killing it. It's not enough for the corporation or for the rich to have control over just their marketplace or your lives. It has to be an aspect, control of every aspect of existence. If there's money that can be made from it, unironically, like in the fucking Lorax, a corporation will figure out how to bottle all of the clean, fresh air that exists on the planet and fucking sell it back to you. They've already done that with fucking water bottles.
Can you imagine 100 years from now in anthropology class going, okay, so today we'll be dissecting Keemstar A-logging the Haktua altcoin pump and dump scam. None of those words are in the Bible. It's just a Mad Libs of mimetic trends. Like 20 years ago, Kurt Vonnegut was on The Daily Show, speaking out against the Iraq War and promoting his new book. Now the Rizzler is mewing on Fallon, reviewing slop from the Costco food courts. We work with what we have, and if these are our new public intellectuals, I expect them to rise to the occasion. I am formally calling on the Rizzler to weigh in on the ICJ arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu. Is there any validity to international law?
Hey, listen, the Rizzler said on Fortnite Friday that housing should be decommodified. So, I don't know, maybe, just maybe, the Rizzler might be based and say that Benjamin Netanyahu should be fucking arrested or something. I have no idea. I'm just throwing that out there, though.
Or is it just to impose Western hegemony on third world nations? Where does Vladimir Putin's use of intercontinental ballistic missiles rate on the boom meter? If these children don't know where they stand on the regime change of Assad...
I think that might be a 0 out of 5 booms.
How can we in good conscience continue to call this fraud big justice?
I can feel myself getting dumber. If I watch an entire movie without looking at my phone, I feel like a chess prodigy. It doesn't even have to be something deep. I could have my phone charging in the other room while I watch Fast and Furious. I walk around the rest of the day like I just read Finnegan's Wake. Yes, you see, Dom's love for Corona is symbolic to his allegiance to his family. Family's not solely bound by blood relation. It can be found in the eyes of a perfect stranger. The same way Corona implores you to find your own beach.
Thank you, Vin Diesel.
Conversely, the NOS represents... Is the trend going to continue? Are people going to be impressed if
a fucking Nostradamus sort of telltale of Vin Diesel's philosophy from Fast and Furious.
watch a whole TikTok in 20 years? Like, brother, I do not have the attention span for a whole 60 seconds. I just hit my fent pump and electrocute myself to orgasm. I just found it's the most streamlined delivery system of dopamine between my second and third jobs. The people that don't have the opium zappers will be pretentious like the kids in school didn't have a TV growing up. I don't want to spend the night at...
Dude, I don't even want to think about what the future of, like, how the attention economy is going to emerge. Well, okay, I already kind of talked about it earlier when I mentioned fucking AI companions and that the purpose of it is just to waste time until you head to your next fucking day at work. Like, we've all seen, like, the sort of surrealist fucking memes that people put out talking about what the future might look like. Of, like, oh, yeah, it's like this one fucking TikTok by this person essentially describing the world of Feed. Or honestly, it'd be worse than the world of Feed. Feed, for those who don't know, it is a book that talks about how there are a bunch of people who are fucking augmented to have, like, computer chips and brain chips and stuff like that. You basically, like, Neuralink, but it actually fucking works, and all it does is project ads into people's dreams and their brains. A very capitalist dystopian sort of novel. And guess what? Unfortunately, we're here right now because Neuralink now is about to fucking exist or some shit in order to project stupid fucking Elon Musk Grok Mecha Hitler edits or some shit, Sonenrad memes into our fucking brains or something, and make everyone a fascist or some shit. All because he's like a divorced weirdo. Whatever, dude. Current economy that we're in right now. And it's all like a broader sort of byproduct of just, I don't know. It's going to be the same shit that I've mentioned before. Hyper-commodified media and the enshittification of essentially everything. Oh, but yeah, I was describing this, like, one TikTok where it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting my mandated amount of sleep. I'm having my sort of, like, mandated amount of, like, rations in order to be able to go out and do my job and donate my necessary amount of blood plasma in order to be able to fucking survive for another night in my trailer park hitch where I live with 8 other people or some shit. And it's just like, Oh man, it's honestly, like, I was gonna say it's like the cyberpunk dystopia, but honestly, I think it might be worse than that.
At Joey's house, their family are freaks. They didn't let him get the Neuralink prostate pack. Their dad's religious and doesn't believe in fun, I guess. They just hit vapes and watch Minecraft streamers all day. They're like Amish or something. They're fucking weirdos. As the medium of media changes, it also changes us.
Oh jeez. Riverboat Jack with a raid of 73 viewers. I appreciate that, but thank you, Boy Meets Mini. Shout out to Riverboat Jack. Pleasure to have you here, Raiders. I am Da Harumba. I am but a humble variety streamer, and I don't know, I also play video games on the internet sometimes. I do political commentary, I guess. That's also another thing that I do as well. But I appreciate the raid. Thank you very much, Riverboat Jack. Right now, we are going over this video talking about cultural nihilism and the rise of the grifter, which is, broadly speaking, something that's been happening a lot more as a result of fucking 2025. And let's just say I've been doing a lot of mentionings of Mark Fisher and hyper-commodification of every aspect of fucking life, because that's why we're here. Thank you to destruction of the New Deal and nobody doing anything about it besides, I don't know, falling to the whims of the corporations and the rich. I love Citizens United, the repeal of Glass-Steagall, and the 2008 recession. Let's go! Man. Now I'm getting attacked by the phlegm demons. But I appreciate the raid. What were you up to, Riverboat Jack, or viewer, or raiders rather? What were you guys up to today? Oh, I'm getting attacked by the phlegm demons. Man, this post-nasal drip that I got from COVID, that shit's never going away. I have to get some more nasal spritz if I want to take care of that bullshit. Ay, ay, ay. I'm getting attacked by the phlegm demons, dude. Very cool. On you. Should probably continue with this. Yes, I would highly suggest everybody, and I mean everybody, should read not just Capitalist Realism, but also, I forget the name of the book. It's also Post-Capitalist Desire, which is just a collection of Mark Fisher's lectures before he died, and also that weren't able to be completed because he fucking died. Rest in peace. 07 to Mark Fisher, Capitalist Realism, and the only one that I didn't read yet was something Vampire Castles as well. I probably should get around to fucking reading it because everything he's written is really, really fucking good. But yeah, I would highly suggest reading Capitalist Realism. It gives a really solid philosophical basis for the current moment that we find ourselves under. Like, it's pretty much like one-to-one. Exiting the Vampire Castle. Thank you, Boy Spinny. You know how I am with names. I'm really, really bad with fucking names. I forget names all the fucking time. But yeah, Exiting the Vampire Castle, exactly. His whole sort of discography, I don't know if that's the correct term, is really, really fucking good. Anyway, I should probably just continue with the video before it gets to like 3 in the morning. I've been having a lot of fucking tech issues, and well, we fixed our tech issues by restarting our computer. I love restarting my computer to fix all my tech issues, folks. Very, very cool.
Dad's religious and doesn't believe in fun, I guess. They just hit vapes and watch Minecraft streamers all day. They're like Amish or something. They're fucking weirdos. As the medium of media changes, it also changes us. A 2021 Harvard study reported a surge in Tourette's-like symptoms of adolescents using TikTok. The repetitive trending audios became default responses.
Very demure, very mindful.
Having a conversation with an 11-year-old feels like playing Cards Against Humanity. They just have this deck of
shoddy blood, like, that's good fire. It's Riz right there. That light skin Riz.
Oh, dude. Unironically, Okay, I'm gonna out myself a little bit here. This is me with like Twitch lingo. I'm outing myself. Because okay, I don't go outside very often. Shocker, I know. But very often, unless it's with like my close friends, I'm not gonna like do the fucking Twitch link. Okay, I do. I stay rather fucking disciplined. Okay, I'm not a complete overly online fucking freak, even though I am a pretty fucking overly online fucking freak. I've not gotten to the point where I do Twitchisms and online lingo, I guess, in order to talk with people quite yet. Oh man, dude. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, one's in chat if you said poggers in public. Yeah, exactly.
Mad lit on God, no cap.
People are also self-censoring in real life to abide by social media platforms' terms of service. To get around content moderation...
Okay, that shit fucking... Yeah, that, by the way, irritates the fuck out of me. People who unironically start saying corn and shit like that, or, like, frick and shit like that. Like, you're in real life. You're not online. I can understand... Okay. Spiel on fucking... on self-censorship, okay? Don't fucking censor yourself. Say fucking swears, okay? All these, like, stupid... annoying motherfuckers, because I've had so many stupid fucking annoying motherfuckers who say like 1000 or like grape instead of rape, corn instead of porn, unalive instead of kill yourself or some shit. Like that shit really fucking irritates me, Mr. Malachite. That fucking pisses me off. It's like, okay, because I'm gonna refer to George Carlin again. George Carlin had a bit on this about soft language. Soft language, right, is what this is. Where it's just like, well, this word now means this. And it's like, oh, well, this word now means this. It's the softening of language. It's like, just use the fucking words. Use the fucking slurs. They exist in language and they mean things. Don't use them fucking maliciously. Like, don't be a fucking dick about it, okay? Don't be an asshole. Like, obviously. Like, you're a human. You're capable of basic patterns of thoughts and fucking beliefs. You can do it. I believe in you. And just, if you're not a fucking asshole about it, then generally, like, be cool. You're cool about it. It's okay. Who cares? Like, these are words that mean things. They used to have historical sort of precedent and culture in like the past, and they used to like obviously mean things that were harmful to other people back in the ye olden days of fuck yousville or some shit, whatever. But we shouldn't forget a lot of the like origins and meanings and sort of like where these words sort of came out from, because it sort of like leads to what's the best way of fucking putting this? It sort of like leads to these words being ultimately claimed and taken for like rather nefarious fucking purposes, rather dishonestly by a lot of nefarious fucking actors, general fucking grifters and stuff like that. And it sort of serves as a way for people to essentially dumb down their ways of expression, I think, for like lack of a better term. And I really do not fucking like that shit. It's just like, dog, it's okay for you to use the fuck word. It's okay for you to use the sex word. It's okay for you to use the porn word or whatever. These are words in language that mean things and are important to discuss. It's like, here's a perfect comparison. All the like stupid fucking freaks who love to complain consistently about Zoran saying globalize the Intifada, when in reality he didn't say that. First, never said that. He never said globalize the Intifada. He was talking about how the term Intifada is used in the Smithsonian Museum's display. Yeah, display on the Warsaw fucking ghetto, on their little fucking thing for that shit. And Intifada is used in the Arabic translation because it means uprising, because the Warsaw Ghetto was an uprising against the Nazis done by the Jews in the fucking pogrom. Oh my god, he actually said globalize the Intifada. Because if you just, like, stop using words and they eventually just like stop having any meaning and like nothing fucking matters, you're going to have a lot of charlatans and freaks who have no problems at all whatsoever misappropriating a lot of the things that are being said by people that have like good intentions and mean certain things to people, where it's just like, well, yeah, this word means this right here, and I'm using it in this connotation, and it's correct to use it in this particular connotation. It'll be misappropriated by a bunch of freaks and losers and charlatans who will misappropriate those particular words to push forward their own sort of like stupid, annoying fucking agendas. And that shit really fucking irritates me, because it's just like, language means things. It is important for people to know how to engage with these complex ideas and fucking concepts, because it's like I mentioned earlier, it broadly contributes to the sort of death of subjectivity that I consistently mention as my sort of, I guess for lack of a better term, contemporary philosophy that I fucking engage with, at least with the internet seemingly nowadays. And it contributes more and more to the system of people just wholeheartedly being incapable of fitting into another person's fucking shoes. Like, they just can't fucking do it for whatever fucking reason. And it's just like, that's not good. You know, we have to know how to be able to fucking talk with one another. And I'm not saying that in like the Ezra Klein like cucked way or some shit. No. It is important to be able to engage with people where they are at. And it's not like bad to use a particular word at a certain connotation if you are using it in a particular sort of like, context or whatever. It's just like, I'm going to bring up the fucking examples that I've brought up before. When people say corn instead of porn, or grape instead of rape, or some shit, it's just like, just say the word, man. Just say it. Like, it's not a bad thing for you to use the word. It just depends on the fucking context. Don't just like be a fucking stupid dickhead about it for no reason. Don't be a fucking asshole. Like, read the fucking room and learn like social fucking cues, for fuck's sake. Like, you people are like co-signing yourselves to being socially stunted fucking weirdos for what purpose exactly? Because you're trying to like be appealing to like a social media algorithm that you may or may not be fucking participating in. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Very fucking strange.
When talking about subjects like rape or suicide, creators will use terms like unalive or SA instead. These topics aren't advertiser friendly, so they have to be talked about in a roundabout, sanitized fashion. The reverberations of that are people in the real world feeling like they have to sanitize their speech, like there's an omnipresent content moderator always standing behind them. Refraining from profanity or talking about sex used to be from fear of eternal damnation. Now the fear is demonetization. These are heavy topics that aren't supposed to be light and advertiser.
Dude, it's actually like, God, that's such a good fucking point, man. Like, it's all about the almighty fucking highly commodified fucking algorithm. Again, capitalist fucking realism rearing its ugly fucking head again.
Friendly. You shouldn't have to say, no diddy, but I was like raped as a child. You need therapy. In Neil Postman's book, Amusing Ourselves to Death, he reflects on how the medium of communication shapes the culture. For although culture is a creation of speech, it is recreated anew by every medium of communication, from painting to hieroglyphs to the alphabet to television. Each medium, like language itself, makes possible a unique mode of discourse by providing a new orientation for thought, for expression, for sensibility. While I do not know exactly what content was once carried in the smoke signals of American Indians, I can safely guess that it did not include philosophical argument. Puffs of smoke are insufficiently complex to express ideas on the nature of existence. And even if they were not, a Cherokee philosopher would run short of either wood or blankets long before he reached his second axiom. You cannot use smoke to do philosophy. Its form excludes the content. Twitter in some respects has ruined our relationship with other human beings, and has infected media and politics. The format of Twitter rewards certain styles of communication, and either consciously or unconsciously has changed the way that we speak to each other. Features such as the 140 character limit strips words of their context and forces people to oversimplify complex subjects. This lends itself to sensational and divisive statements that embolden the people that agree with you and alienate those in the outgroup. The block button would eliminate naysayers from your feed and curate communities of echo chambers. The quote tweet feature, or the look at this dumbass button, would be the driving force of cancel culture. You could take people's sensational and out-of-context tweets to poach their audience for max visibility and signal to your own tribe that you're not this dumbass, two-dimensional character that you're sacrificing upon the altar.
Bro, I fucking hate... God, I fucking hate Twitter, man. Like, Jesus. It is such a contributor to just, like, the enshittification general of, like, a discourse and culture and everything like that. But honestly, I don't think this is like an exclusively Twitter problem. although Twitter is a big fucking contributor to it, I think it's just general fucking social media and the fact that everything is just so fucking commodified. Like, Mark Fisher, dude. Mark Fisher.
This communication style spilled over the containment walls of Twitter and affected how we talk to each other in all facets of our life. Movies and television had characters not speaking to each other, but creating caricatures of the archetypes they see online and dunking on them with quips spoken to the audience beyond the fourth wall. Hollywood started to lose touch with the consensus of the American people and existed in bubbles of wealthy socialites. People started to tap out, finding no commonalities with the people that used to bring them joy through their work. They sought out alternative forms of entertainment. There was a huge boom in online independent content creators. The political horseshoe theory states that as you move further into the extremes of an ideology, the two wings start to take on more similarities than differences. On one side, we have Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong and Adolf Hitler.
And on the other side, we have Adolf Hitler. The most radical of each party both take on ultranationalism and authoritarian mechanisms of control and come to the ultimate conclusion that
we're just gonna kill him.
Take the topic of abortion, for example. In the center, you have no strong feelings one way or the other. You just don't want to make people upset at dinner parties. If you go down a little bit in the right wing, abortion is a tragedy, but there still needs to be access for certain circumstances, such as rape or incest. If you go down even further, there's no exceptions whatsoever. Every abortion is a murder, and there should be no access. But if you go far enough right, they actually end up becoming pro-choice again, depending on the race of the baby. Similar to the political horseshoe, content exists on a horseshoe of attention. Let's replace the variables to illustrate this phenomenon. We'll replace the desire for change axis with views. And we're going to swap out the left-right political axis with cringe to awe-inspiring. The center, just like in politics, is boring. I mean, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just fine. They're mediocre. There's no one you want to send it to. It's just something that you'll see and scroll past. Then we have the awe-inspiring, the content that reminds you what it means to be human.
I'm really liking where this analogy is going in particular. I think this is like a really good descriptor for this sort of like, I guess, position that we find ourselves under, because this is like where it's inevitably gone to at this point, where everything is like either cringe or bad, or like cringe is like now bad or some shit, and now other honestly, like I'm trying to think of like what even is the best way to fucking describe this. Like cringe now means bad. Poggers means awesome and it's good or whatever. I mean, people probably do unironically use it, but whatever, who gives a shit? And also, what else? Words are losing fucking meaning to me, honestly. Like, cringe is bad, everything is bad. Don't do anything that's cringe, but do things that are also like really awesome or some shit in comparison. And it's just, it's all about the fucking replacement of fucking language with this sort of shit. It's all a fucking horseshoe theory. That's what it is. I don't know where I'm going with this point. I'm a little tired. This is obviously epic.
You're exposed to levels of talent and dedication that show you why these people were put on Earth. They give you hope for the future and passion for the present. Then on the other end of the spectrum, we have the embodiment of cringe.
I want to be the next SNL cast member.
And here's why I should be a contender.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Day 419 is spraying dog medicine on my hands to make them tougher.
What is going on? Oh no, not the Bill Maher talk to a fucking interview thing. That was like nuclear fucking cringe. Where it's just like, oh man, what I wouldn't give to be a fucking 21-year-old girl. He unironically fucking said that to Hawk to a girl of all people. Like, oh god, bro. Jesus Christ.
The lolcows, the schizos, the rage bait, the dumbest guy from your high school's Gary V-inspired hustlecore podcast, portals into unimaginable hell, despair stranger than fiction. The awesome and the cringe are more similar than they are different. There's a magnetism to them. You can't look away, either because it's like a car accident or it's so beautiful it transcends into angelic. You just have to share it with everyone you know.
True.
It's either art or it's some form of performance art by its mere existence. Artists are beginning to get phased out by content creators. An artist is somebody that makes art, and that word carries certain connotations with it. Art makes you feel something, it has resonance. It starts dialogues, and through people's different interpretations, it can reveal things about yourself and the world around you. Comedy carries the expectation that it'll make somebody laugh when they see it. If it doesn't make you laugh, there'll be arguments over whether it's even classified as a comedy. Is this what passes for comedy nowadays? Pfft, must have forgot to laugh. Is Nanette a comedy?
Think about this. You're stuck in traffic, and the lights turn blue.
Yeah, some people think it is. It doesn't have to make everybody laugh. It just has to make somebody laugh. If you intended for something to be funny and one person laughs, congratulations, you've succeeded at making comedy. You've met the functional definition of the product. If you make a chair, there's the expectation that you'll be able to sit in it. But if you give it to Dave Blunts and he blows the legs out, does it stop being a chair? No, it just wasn't made for him. It would have been the perfect stool for sweet baby Hezbollah. It was just sold to the wrong customer. But if no one on earth can sit on it like it's a flaming baseball bat with nails in it, you can't really call it a chair anymore. Content creators have no expectations. Nobody can say something technically isn't content. In the same way that Descartes said, I think, therefore I am, it was posted, therefore it's content. You could just as easily call it shit.
That's so fucking good. Honestly, that's like almost the attitude that I have in terms of like covering all these fucking topics at this point. It's just like, it's but just post a bunch of shit. Who the fuck cares? Like, if it catches with people and it's like, and it resonates, and that's cool, whatever. But overall, it's all fucking content. Because I've made this like recognition very, very long ago, where it's just like it doesn't fucking matter, and I think a bunch of other content creators are also starting to recognize it. It's just like, who the fuck cares about like the quality of anything whatsoever? Just like fucking post shit. If it fucking catches within the algorithm and it like goes viral and whatever, cool, great. If it doesn't, whatever. It doesn't really fucking matter. Who cares? It's still like okay that you made it and someone's going to like it anyways, and that's like okay. But sometimes it can just be something that's like so nuclearly fucking cringe where it just becomes like, it's like a bad movie like we were talking about earlier, where it loops back around to being amazing because it's just like, wow, this is just so astronomically bad that it's really, really good. Yeah, flaming baseball bat with nails is a very funny chair. That is true, Mr. Malachite.
Hey, did you see that latest shit Chrissy Teigen posted? Nah, I'm up to my neck in Johnny Salami shit right now. I don't even know if I'll get to it. Art is entertaining, so people end up treating it like it's interchangeable with entertaining shit.
Netflix pays $100 million to Aaron Sorkin or whoever to make a TV show, right? That distracts you for 2 hours.
Right. Okay, I have to say, I fucking hate this shit, man. Like, the stupid Subway surfer, like, key jingling fucking bullshit, dude. All of the fucking things that I've been talking about earlier. This is the broader sort of byproduct of hyper fucking commodification and within fucking media. Like artistic mediums and all this shit fucking dies because the only thing that matters nowadays is just the almighty fucking algorithm putting out as much fucking, like, I don't know, baby Gronk fucking bullshit as possible in order to satisfy the inner desires of the Ouroboros of fucking commodified fucking media eternally swirling around to make as much fucking money as possible, dude. It's pretty fucking bleak, my dudes.
YouTube pays $0 million to make a podcast that distracts you for 2 hours every day. Netflix cannot compete.
Media's talked about like it's a pacification ray just meant to tranquilize you long enough to make it to the next ad break. Just blasting you with a fire hose of concentrated fluoride meant to sedate you. And this is actually what some people claim they want. A common complaint people have on why they tapped out of movies and television is that everything's too woke nowadays. I don't want to be preached at by a bunch of out-of-touch millionaires and their politics. We need to go back to simpler movies to escape all that crap, like Star Wars, where a group of rebels engage in asymmetrical guerrilla warfare against a technologically superior evil empire, which doesn't have any parallels to anything like America in the 1960s. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know how you came to that conclusion. What the fuck do you mean the Ewoks are Vietnamese? No, they're little bears. To get into the woke phenomenon, we need to talk about the most persecuted minority in American history, the gamer. And I don't want to come across as tone deaf. I can say the G word. Hard R. I've reached levels of unemployment not heard of since the stock market crash of 29.
Listen, do you have 2,000 hours in fucking Factorio? Masterpiece. Thank you for the follow, bud. I appreciate that. Do you have thousands upon thousands of hours playing fucking Pokemon and analyzing fucking competitive Pokemon? Yeah, I didn't fucking think so, okay? Get on my fucking level, Jarrett.
While you were out partying, I studied the blade. While you were engaging in premarital sex, I practiced the blade. While you wasted your days in the gym in pursuit of vanity, I mastered the blade. Our people were brought into the sphere of public discourse in 2014 with Gamergate. Gamergate was a sprawling clash between Sargon of Akkad, Anita Sarkeesian, and Baron Horkonnen. Wait, not Bronson. Everyone sounds like a villain from Doom for some reason. The gist of Gamergate was a female journalist critiqued the video game industry for objectifying women and only having them as one-dimensional characters with big jiggly titties meant to serve the male gaze. Responses to this range from that's...
Yeah, I've looked at all of Anita Sarkeesian's most popular content and fucking videos. If you ostensibly have any problems with what Anita Sarkeesian was doing, then I just think that you operate on like a lower plane of existence, because she wasn't really wrong about anything that she said. Like, I just think you're a fucking idiot.
Gay to that is super gay. For the Chronically Online that were on the pulse of this controversy, some people agreed with her critique of the industry, some people disagreed, and a few people messaged her, if you try to take away my big jiggly titties, I swear to God, I will burn your house to the ground. True. The dialogue then shifted from the video games being misogynistic to the gamers themselves. A concerted effort was made by the gaming journalist community to write a slew of articles about how the gamer was dead. We were a proud and noble people. We lived in harmony, the noob, the camper, the kid that would freestyle rap on Call of Duty party chats, until one day, the white woman attacked. This was the jumping-off point for YouTube's right-wing radicalization pipeline. Creators such as Sargon of Akkad, Gavin McGinnis, and Milo Snuffleupagus gained notoriety during this time. When young men felt under attack by the culture, these YouTube personalities became a bulwark against the criticism and engaged in their own asymmetric warfare against the corporate media entities. The lines in the sand had been drawn for the culture war that was going to take place over the next decade.
Waluigi is the ultimate example of the individual shaped by the signifier. Waluigi is a man seen only in mirror images, lost in a hall of mirrors. He's a reflection of a reflection of a reflection.
Oh yeah.
Mario, the wholesome, all-Italian plumbing Superman. You reflect him to create Luigi, the same thing, but slightly less. You invert Mario to create Wario. Mario turns septic and libertarian. Then you reflect the inversion in the reflection. You create a being who can only exist in reference to others. Waluigi is the true nowhere man. Without the other characters he reflects, inverts, and parodies, he has no reason to exist. Waluigi's identity only comes from what and who he isn't.
This is real.
Without a wider frame of reference, he is nothing. He is not his own man. In a world where our identities are shaped by our warped relationships to brands and commerce, we are all Waluigi.
We are all Waluigi.
To apply
now.
the postmodern analysis of Waluigi to our American entertainment system, we can start with the 1984 movie Ghostbusters. Set in the Reagan era, it was an embodiment of the culture at the time. A ragtag boys club, blue-collar men kicking ass and saving the day, going up against the nerds and the dickless Environmental Protection Agency. We'll use them as our Mario. Traditional masculinity, saving the damsel in distress, and slinging dick jokes. Then came the 2016 reboot, Lady Ghostbusters. Wait, it's just called Ghostbusters?
Oh man, not this fucking shit all over again, dude. The controversy, all because of like, God, what the fuck is her dumbass name again? Lisa Jones, I think it was. And it's all just like the exact same like idiot fucking freaks having like a fucking conniption about black lady looks too ugly because she's a black lady or some shit. And it's just like, oh brother, we're doing this fucking stupid dog shit all over again. God, fuck, it's like, kill me now, dude.
I've literally only ever heard it referred to as Lady Ghostbusters. It's too late to change now. Lady Ghostbusters is our Luigi. Essentially the same skeleton as the original, but with a role reversal. In the Obama years, it was less a reflection of our culture than an attempt at a course correction to it. It didn't seem to have a problem with bosses sexually harassing their secretaries, but it posed the question, why can't a girl boss sexually harass her male secretaries? Chris Hemsworth played the himbo hunk with a room temperature IQ that the Lady Ghostbusters salivated over.
And now is your moment. Pull it out. Oh, sure. I feel like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
The movie was released in the summer of 2016, when all of Hollywood thought Hillary Clinton would be a lock for the presidency. The film suffered a similar humiliation to Clinton, being negatively panned by audiences and was a box office flop. The response by the creators was to blame the audience for the poor reception. They called the fan base racist, sexist, all the ists and isms you can think of. I saw someone say the movie failed because of misogynoir, which is a new word for hating black women, I guess. They really need to workshop that one, because it sounds too sexy right now. It's like a cologne that Johnny Depp would sell.
Leslie Jones is a dumb bitch. Misogynoir. By Dior.
The backlash then fueled the creation of the monstrosity Waluigi, the inverse to Lady Ghostbusters. Lady Ballers. The reactionary swinging of the pendulum. Whereas the toxic masculinity of the 80s was subconscious, and not altogether harmless, wasn't deliberately malicious. The new wave has gone septic. Their thesis statement is nothing besides we are not Lady Ghostbusters.
Boys are better at everything. They're better at basketball, MMA.
That goes without saying.
And running, and javelin, driving, parking,
Well, it's also like, this is also like a response to fucking Transgate as well. This is like the foire, I suppose, for lack of a better term, of Daily Wire. Yeah, Daily Wire. Talking about Dylan Mulvaney and all the associated, I don't know, internet fucking psychosis associated with with her specifically. The new sort of Gamergate. I've made this argument before, but first off, Gamergate never really went away. Like let's be honest here. It just decided to go fucking dormant, and then decided to turn itself into, I guess for like lack of a better term, Transgate now, because they are the new shiny thing that you need to jingle in front of the conservatives to gin up a new fucking harassment campaign, so they have some form of relevance within fucking politics.
Most of the Stenfields rock and roll opening pickle jars.
They don't know what they are, only what they're not. Anti-woke, anti-DEI, anti-establishment. The Daily Wire, PragerU, and right-wing media companies said they're going to be bringing back real comedy.
It's like comedy sucks. It's like nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's like
comedy's legal.
Comedy. Yeah, brother, this guy stinks.
Return to the heyday of the feel-good, apolitical, sophomore comedies of Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup. Do you want to go do karate in the garage? Yup.
The movie Lady Ballers, directed by Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
I swear to God, that's his real name, was marketed as a comedy that harkens back to the 90s and early 2000s. These people have no idea how to accomplish that task. It's as if the art of making a lighthearted comedy is a lost technology, like how the Egyptians built the pyramids. They are so off the mark of making something like Step Brothers or The Hangover, they must be sitting in the editing bay coming up with conspiracies on how Adam McKay was helped by extraterrestrials. The movie is just as pedagogic or preachy as any of the woke movies that they spent their careers rallying against.
Of course, you're divorced.
Yeah, that's such an accurate fucking portrayal of fucking lady ballers, dude. Like, this was supposed to be the fucking thing that kills woke, and in reality, they became what they always feared, and that was woke. Pedagogic is a new term. I want to use that term more.
Divorce is affecting your daughter. 70% of all people in prison come from broken families. She's twice as likely to do drugs, twice as likely to drop out of school, 4 times as likely to have trouble fitting in, 3 times as likely to end up in therapy, twice as likely to commit suicide.
It's condescending, spiteful, putting political messaging over any sort of story or character development.
These transhumanist tech oligarchs and nihilist college professors have already convinced every self-righteous housewife with Munchausen by proxy to sacrifice their kids on the altar of false virtue.
Dude, the only thing that, and I've said this before, the only thing that Lady Ballers was correct about is how all these motherfucking conservatives only desire one thing and one thing only, and that's to pine some fucking hot liberal woman that they see basically as a as like a trophy, as like a thing that they can't fucking ever achieve because of the fact that liberals fucking hate them, and they are also incredibly jealous, all these like Hollywood dropout fucking failures, of the fact that they have no relevance anymore within mainstream fucking culture. It's all just like political revanchism, like revenge tour fucking bullshit with these people.
You cannot do a funny impression of somebody that you hate with all of your being.
You just did that entire story. To what?
To make a name for myself? To get clicks? To gain power? I'm a journalist. Do you not understand? I'll cancel you.
The characters in Lady Ballers despise each other to the level of your parents arguing with each other at the Cheesecake Factory the night before their divorce. You never listen to me. Oh, is that what I sound like? Oh, but who am I? Duh, I lost our kids' college money sending Amazon gift cards to an Indian man pretending to be my girlfriend. Duh, I'm retarded. Like, yeah, I mean, those are impressions, but I don't think that their child sitting on the other side of the table is going to find it very funny. Here's what the funniest comedian of all time said about making jokes about groups of people. You need to tell a black joke like you're talking to your black friends. You got to tell jokes about women like you're talking to your sisters. You got to tell jokes about white people like you're talking to your white friend.
Is that supposed to be Cat Williams? Listen, there was an attempt. I respect that.
This movie wasn't made to be enjoyed by women or Democrats or gay people. It was made as a spite project to pander to an in-group. And my problem with it isn't that it's conservative. It's because it sucks ass. There's plenty of great movies that are made by conservatives and are conservative in nature. Clint Eastwood's Gran Torino, Mel Gibson's Apocalypto, the first Incredibles, arguably, or any of the Vince Vaughn movies from the early 2000s. The difference was they used to have a humanity to them. Vince Vaughn would be the sarcastic, everyman protagonist trading blows with the beta male liberal. But at the end, there was some sort of commonality where they're like, all right, you're an annoying pussy, but I'm kind of a stupid asshole. Can we just get along and get through this wedding? The modern anti-woke content gives no quarter. There's no olive branches. There's no attempt at understanding. It exists as a power fantasy where the main character is an audience stand-in that's always right, just destroying their political opponents, and knocking over straw men with the lack of nuance fueled by...
Such a good fucking analysis. And like that's what I talk about. Like with these fucking conservatives in particular, like there's no nuance, nothing fucking matters to these people, and it's a broader byproduct of the fucking current media environment that we find ourselves under because of how ridiculously commodified everything else is. Like, nothing matters. Who cares? Just fucking say random bullshit, get it out there, and, you know, you'll probably be successful as a fucking result. Like, it doesn't matter. Everything is fucking dead. Like, the economy's gone to shit. No one wants to participate anymore in what is perceived as the real fucking economy anymore. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Everything fucking blows. Nothing is real anymore. And who gives a shit about any of this stuff? Meh, who cares?
The Twitter poisoned mind. You might be inclined to write off the Daily Wire as propaganda, but that's not the correct term. Propaganda is a form of communication used to influence or persuade an audience to further a political agenda. Their content isn't made to lure a politically neutral audience into their ideology. The origin of these channels are SJW owned, libtard destroyed content where a grown man with a research team and printed out statistics corners teenagers on their way to a Comp 1 class to try to make them look like dumbasses. These aren't designed for liberals to come around and see things their way. They're made as a catharsis for people that already hate liberals. And I get it, they're annoying. Propaganda is supposed to separate you from your way of thinking. A grifter's job is separating a market demographic from their money. Selling anti-woke coffee and razor blades.
If you've had enough of the woke bullshit.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. Yep. These people are all just grifters. It's all about the money for these people. Nothing fucking matters to a fucking conservative. If they can just say and do whatever and just get away with it, make as much money as possible, who cares? They made the money in the end, so meh, doesn't matter. It's successful in the mind of the conservative then.
And you're tired of paying companies like Harry's and Gillette to hate you?
Because they see people's alienation and frustration with the system as an opportunity for them to line their own pockets. It's an insult to the audience's intelligence that they make content that doesn't challenge their worldview or perspective. They say, we already know what you think and feel, and we want you to stay right there, because that's how we know how to sell to you.
Okay, I'm gonna be a fucking nerd for like 3 seconds. It's a very Nurglite. And for those who may not know, yes, I like Warhammer, okay? Nurgle is essentially the god of plagues, of death, and also specifically stagnation. He is a representation of the entropy of life and how essentially change is anathema. Change is really bad. We do not like change as, practitioners of fucking Nurgle. And if we want to talk about the perfect encapsulation of the conservative to a fucking T, that's probably the best way to fucking describe them. They are all fucking practicers and preachers of Papa fucking Nurgle, because for them, it's only about one thing and one thing only. Just essentially, nothing can change for the better. Everything must stagnate because there is money to be made. That's how we make our fucking fortunes, at being complete fucking charlatans and liars. Who cares about the broader sort of byproducts and consequences of what we pretend to believe in and what we fucking preach? Who gives a shit? There's money to be fucking made out there, samurai. Or, I don't know, insert rather ham-fisted cyberpunk reference here. That's all they fucking care about, fundamentally. These people are all charlatans. It's not about, like, creating good art for these people. They've never given a shit about creating good art or anything of fucking value. For them, the only thing that overall matters to them is, can we make a quick buck selling this to our stupid fucking dumb fucking boomer audiences? Okay, well, let's fucking do it then.
So is that it? Everything is shit? Hollywood is shit? The mindless brain rot is shit? The political grifters are shit?
With you, somehow the wires have gotten crossed and everything looks and sounds like shit to you. It's a condition called being a cynical asshole.
Is everything good in the past?
No.
Of course not. There's still great art being made every day. It's just going to be harder to find now. The algorithms are designed so the content that rises to the top is often mindless clickbait, engagement farming, or people exploiting your anger and disenfranchisement. Great art is still being created, probably now more than ever, but you're going to have to pan for it like gold. If you find anything worth your time, hang on to it for dear life. Share it with your friends. Go support local bands in your city. Become a small-time patron of the arts. In a world where attention is a commodity, the only democratic control we have is not to look. You have to be like Lot's wife fleeing Sodom and Gomorrah, and if she dared look back, she'd be turned into a pillar of salt. If you're pulling your hair out and asking, why is this popular? Are people stupid? Yeah, duh. And you're even dumber than them, because you're not even enjoying the time that you wasted. It's like eating a whole plate of Twinkies and going, ugh, I hate Twinkies. Disgusting slop made to demoralize us. The West is dead. Yeah, man, no one told you to eat the Twinkies. They were just on the shelf. You have the choice. Give everything a chance, but once you know you don't like it, just disengage. If somebody says, hey, did you see that Ian Miles Chong tweet? Go, sorry, brother. Only tweets I hear, the birds on my back porch. Become fully grill-pilled.
Yeah, become a grill
I'm almost
pillar,
30 years old. I shouldn't have an opinion on Mr. Beast. Does the Fresh and Fit podcast suck? Or am I just not a Cuban man in the Miami dating scene? Does the Daily Wire suck? Or am I just not the most divorced man at my local cigar lounge? I like 90s anime and ska punk. It's not like if I sat down with those guys, I would convince them that Neon Genesis is the pinnacle of art. The Fresh and Fit fan would be like, hey, B, I'm gonna keep it real with you. This shit mad gay and retarded. This Shinji shit, he just like a little bitch, you know? Freaky ass, jerking his little dick in Asuka's hospital room. That shit nasty, for real. Daily Wire fan is like, this Shinji Ikari needs to pull himself up by his bootstraps. I mean, his father owns the company, and he's still dropping the ball. It's called responsibility, pal. Get your ass into gear. It's not for them, the same way their shows aren't for me.
Lock the fuck in, Shinji.
I used to be the main target demographic for most of the content that was being produced. Now I'm just a smaller piece of that pie chart, but it's still being made. The Banshees of Inisherin came out a few years ago without any fanfare, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Black Country New Road is one of the best rock bands in the era where everyone was saying that rock is dead. I'm finding new artists and musicians that inspire me every other week. And if you don't see anybody making things for people like you, make it yourself.
True. Great fucking goddamn video, I have to say. Pretty much hitting all the fucking nails on the head in terms of the broader sort of byproducts of, well, the problems with fucking commodified media. That's what it is, right? Capitalist fucking realism, Mark Fisher being right as always, yet again. We love Mark Fisher, let's go! And this is just the sort of like culturally nihilistic times that we find ourselves under. And I do like the positive sort of affirmation there at the fucking end. There is good stuff out there. You're just gonna have to look for it, and it's really, really hard to find. And I couldn't possibly agree with that anymore. Ignore the fucking bullshit. Embrace, I suppose, like some form of radical fucking positivism, and understand that the current time that we find ourselves under, this is a temporary malaise. Broadly speaking, it's not going to last forever. It's going to disappear eventually and be forgotten in the dustbin of history. As much as I do not like that fact, it will be forgotten within the fucking dustbin of history. People will just be like, hey, remember that time Donald Trump used to be the president of the United States of America? Oh, yeah, I do. Man, that fucking sucked, didn't it? It's like, yeah, it's going to be a fucking footnote in history. But I'm rambling here a little bit. Overall, it was a good video, great video there by Jarrett Moore talking about the sort of like cultural malaise that we find ourselves in, and it's the byproduct of stuff that I already mentioned before: hyper commodification that's been taking place and built up since the passing of the New Deal. Like I said before, the billionaires, the corporations and the rich, they want your fucking Social Security money back. Like, unironically, they want that fucking shit back. They're upset about the fact that they have to fucking pay that shit out. Let's be quite honest here. And it's all about the concentration of more and more power under the hands of fewer and fewer people by going after and destroying people, the only vestige of humanity that has not been fully commodified quite yet. And that is people's fucking social bonds. And they're trying to go after that right now with all the fucking AI companion fucking bullshit as we speak. And make people just waste their fucking time. There's still art that is beautiful and very good and fantastic. You just have to dig through it. You gotta fucking find it. In this sort of like commodified trek in fucking slop. This moment that we find ourselves in is temporary. It's pretty bad, obviously, but there has been fucking worse. It's just, honestly, I think it's a really, really good thing that because of just how transparently, like, grifter-esque, I'm trying to think of what the best term to use this. Yeah, let's go with, like, transparently grifter-esque the Trump administration is, because let's be honest here, and generally conservatives are, and how they just want to be new fucking wannabe content creators, and that's probably like the biggest sort of contributing factor for as to why it's not gone as bad as it could have gotten. Let's be honest here, it's bad, but it's not as bad as it could be, simply just due to the fact that a lot of these people are just not in it to win it and are not interested in pursuing the fucking Fourth Reich. They're not. A lot of these fucking conservative influencers, because they know that they would have to put something on the fucking line if they wanted their sort of worldview to actually come into view and be made into something that is real and tangible to them. But otherwise, yeah, great video there by Jarrett Moore. Fantastic prescriptions laid out there about the cultural nihilistic moment that we find ourselves in, and also the reasoning for as to why the grifter has arisen. Thank you, Gamergate, and thank you, hyper-commodified media, and the general sort of full-on commodification of the sort of whole aspects of the environment that we find ourselves under, for why we currently find ourselves in this moment that we are in right now. I don't think there's really much else to say besides Mark Fisher was right about everything. Time for the big blow noise. No big blow noise. Everything's going a little crazy right now. Man, we're a lot of people are commenting the fucking Shutdown video, Boy Meets Mini. We got some, I think the conservatives found it, and they are all being incredibly fucking stupid. Classic, I know. Get your duck smoking GIF emojis out. Well, anywho. Despite all of the technical difficulties that we were having, one quick restart and it fixes all the fucking problems. I love my classic IT fucking techniques working as always. Very cool, very good. I have to get to immediately fucking editing that fucking breaking news about the fucking shutdown happening, because oh boy. Very important. Gotta get that out as soon as possible because of, well, attention. Daho, you keep talking about and criticizing the attention economy, but you participated in it yourself. Wouldn't you want to strive for something better for your fucking ideals? Problem with that. Like, this is not how that works, bro. Very stupid. Like, this is not how that works, man. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. At least for now. Who the fuck are we rating out to today? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Besides getting attacked by the phlegm demons, I love getting attacked by the phlegm demons. It's my favorite thing on the planet. The phlegm demons. That's not how you spell that word, idiot. Stupid head. Stupid idiot, stupid head. I like flipping a coin. Ag. You know what? This man is on right now. Why don't we raid out to one hand? Alright, gamers. Raid messages. You know what to do, you know what to say. Transcribe with the dollar raid, but if you're a sub, if you're a non-sub, you do the WoW-wee. So we show appreciation to those raiding 2Case gamers. I will be back tomorrow. A quick reminder, this coming Wednesday, I will be starting my new, I guess, series. I suppose, for lack of a better term. Attack on Grifters, where I'm going to be, well, going after grifters, generally speaking, which I feel like is, I guess, more necessary than fucking ever. I was gonna say, like, unfortunately, but I guess it is kind of unfortunate that has to be the case, but, you know, gotta fucking go after these people. Can't let them just say their stupid bullshit for free. Anywho, gamers, I will be back tomorrow. It's gonna be more Factorio, more yapping about politics, the news, and whatnot, yada yada yada. Of course, I should say thank you, of course, for the raid, Riverboat Jack. I appreciate that, bud. Thank you very much. In any case, gamers, though, I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same face. Peace out,